people here. Look at the crisis. Look at the problem.
Birmingham's bin workers are on strike after the council plan to cut jobs, leaving around 150 workers £8,000 worse off. Now, England's second largest city is facing bin mountains piling up on the streets.
If everyone says just one bag, how much is going to be there? Tell me.
If ever there's like a symbol of how this is a failed society, yeah?
Look at the people that live in them, they don't give a shit, they just throw it and leave it.
We don't live like this in Pakistan.
I just don't understand. England is a nasty country now anyway.
The rats is everywhere.
You're coming straight out of the sewer and here's dinner.
I've got pictures of rats in my house.
In the house?
Yeah.
Birmingham rats are on steroids.
It's our communities that are getting hit the hardest.
It's a pity that it's have to be Birmingham.
So right now in Birmingham there's 17,000 tonnes worth of rubbish. People are coming here at this kind of meeting point to collect all their rubbish. There's a couple lorries here, people coming with their bags full. I've seen a couple wheelie bins too, and it's caused a huge traffic jam in this part of Birmingham. We're right in the southwest part at the minute. We're going to go to the centre into the more diverse areas later on, but let's just check this place out here as people get rid of their rubbish. I mean, look at this pile just over here. There's been torts of rats as big as cats around here. What's your thoughts on all the strikes?
Being a council is absolute crap.
Yeah. So yeah.
They get a lot of money for a little bit of work.
Yeah.
You got one boy, just bugger all and get spent 20,000 a year.
So you think they should just pay them?
Yeah,
they pay them.
Payroll, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey buddy, so you got the Birmingham shirt on. Are you local to the area?
Yes, I am, brother. Yeah.
How long have you lived in Birmingham for?
Oh, 30, 40 years.
Have you ever seen anything like this in Birmingham?
No.
Really?
No, seriously.
Right.
Fucking madness.
Why do you think this? Is it the council? Is it the bin men?
Council.
Yeah, you're more against the council then?
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, brother.
No worries, mate. Alright. So that man now, he's lived there 30, 40 years. He says he's never seen anything like this in Birmingham. Absolute dystopian society we're living in. People having to bring their rubbish, probably driven quite far just to bring it here. This lady's chucking it over the fence. She didn't want to be on camera, but look at it, piles and piles of rubbish. You've got another couple lorries just here. It's caused an absolute traffic jam. So what they're doing, they've arranged times across parts of Birmingham to collect all the rubbish at certain locations. It's going to happen all week, and you're going to get big queues like this, people having to dump stuff. She's getting rid of the TV. I don't think anyone has ever seen anything like this. I definitely haven't. Can you ever name a bin strike that's gotten this bad? Bloody hell. Can't drive and can't clean up the mess in Birmingham. What's he doing? Terrible driving. All over the flowers. No respect for the area. They're running over the flowers. There's rubbish all in the streets. Absolute state of it at the minute. Hi madam, how long have you waited for your bins to get collected?
Ages. The queue's all the way back. Way back.
How many weeks worth is this?
How many weeks worth?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't had a refuse collection since before Christmas. Not a refuge, recycle.
Right, so you've been waiting since Christmas for their rubbish?
For recycling.
Just recycling.
And normal rubbish, this will be, because I've got neighbours as well here, this will be probably 6 weeks or more. Easy.
Yeah. Are you one of the worst affected areas, would you say, or you?
We've got a cul-de-sac and there's people that don't drive, so Bartley Green, yeah. But it's nice to see that everybody cares, and our local councillor here has been amazing.
Oh, she's the local councillor, this woman?
She's the local councillor.
Okay,
she's been amazing. She's going around doing all the fly tip and everything. So there is people in the area that care.
Yeah.
There's a lot that don't. But
when you say they don't, in terms of just leaving it on the side of the road, their rubbish?
I live in a cul-de-sac, yeah. I got assaulted the other night over rubbish.
What do you mean?
I got smacked in the face.
For what?
Because somebody wouldn't pick the rubbish up when I asked them nicely.
Yeah.
So that's what
do you think it's a cultural issue, or do you think it's a societal issue?
They're taking it as a culture issue.
Okay. Right, so you think there's certain background to our...
Well, we don't like to say, do we? But, you know.
Right, okay.
It's ridiculous, it's gone beyond a joke now, but it's nice to see that everybody's doing stuff. I mean, obviously the area care, because why would we have all the queues?
A lot of people don't drive, so what are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
And like, obviously, if you look at this location...
Oh dear, oh dear. This location, some people have got a bit of dodgy driving.
If you look at this location, you need to come this way.
That's what... Oh guys, they're not picking up the bins and they can't drive. Oh,
And
yeah.
if you look at the area,
Yeah.
it's not a residential area. There's no
Yeah.
properties, it's businesses.
Yeah.
And so people are travelling afar. So, yeah.
Is this one of the worst affected areas, or is there kind of...
I think there's worse.
Okay, I've seen
We're a bit
online.
biased because of Bartley Green, but yeah.
Okay.
But to be fair, Bartley Green is quite, and they've been quite good about it. They're piling the bags up nicely and neatly, so they've been okay, to be fair. I'm quite proud of the residents of
Sure.
Bartley Green.
Oh no, look at this poor lady carrying all that. Do you want a hand with that? Do you want a hand? That's bloody heavy. You got a hole full of hay on the back of it. Alright. Bloody hell, guys. People are bringing all sorts of stuff to this pickup point. Hey, bud. Got your wood.
You know something though, it doesn't bother me. We're old. Clean your own rubbish up.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's about this service, yes. But we're old people, we use all the time, you move your own rubbish. Can't leave it lying around. You can move it if you can. And if you're a good neighbour, move it to the crib of the cart.
There we go.
Then you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think these blokes deserve every penny they want.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe needs to be pushed out.
Yeah. There we go, guys. The older generations, they have these kind of, you know, just general common sense and that culture and etiquette of just looking after your neighbour. You know, if you have rubbish, keep it to yourself. Don't dump it on someone else's, you know, front drive or anything like that. So that's the generation we want. Not what we're seeing at the minute, guys, where England is absolutely going to the bin, as we're seeing here, literally. And again, just piles and piles of rubbish. That is just what is happening all around Birmingham at the minute. So when you enter these more diverse areas, we're just in Sparkbrook now. It's almost like an imaginary border when you see the Palestine flag as you come into these sort of places. But it's absolutely such a hot week here in England, so you can imagine the kind of smells you're getting from all the bins and rubbish on the floor. It's really bad, but let's go check out this part of town. I've just come near this restaurant and literally I've seen some meat getting disposed or taken to some restaurant down here. Literally it's wide open next to this bin site. Absolutely stinks. I mean, how is this restaurant serving their food next to all this rubbish? I mean, look at it here. Piles and piles of it, and literally getting their meat. So it seems like by going down these streets, where you don't want to live is on like a little crossways. So if you live in places like this is where people will tip on the corner of your house. I mean, that must be really annoying living here. You even got your local Tesco trolley. So perfect example what you tend to find in these sorts of places, but absolute dump. I mean, how can you even imagine this is happening in England? Why do they choose to kind of put them in these kind of parts? It's not outside everyone's house.
Well, basically, this is what's happened. All of them come out of there, from the avenue.
Right.
Right, because when they come Friday, so they saw they're going to come on Friday. So they brought all the bins out from the alleyway, put them on the road here. So when they come Friday, no one turned up to pick them up.
Right, so everyone thinks...
So they put them back in the alleyway. They put them back outside the house because of rats and that.
Yeah, and what's it been like with vermin and stuff like that? You get rats and
Yeah, of
stuff?
course, we've got rats all the time. I've got pictures of rats in my house.
In your house?
Yeah.
How have they ended up in your house?
Well, obviously they come out from the street and come back in the house, don't they?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I killed quite a few of them in my house.
Oh,
Dead rat in my house, I killed it.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I had to put it in a cardboard box and put it outside. There. Got it.
Is that quite common with...
Yeah, you can, at night time, when you're walking down the road, you can see them running across the road, running across the road and that.
So you heard it from that man there. People are waiting to get their bins collected. They think it's every Friday, and apparently not. So what happens is just more and more rubbish gets piled up, more rats. He even had rats in his own house. He showed me a picture of it. I don't know if you saw it that clearly on the video, but that's what's happening just on this street here, and like many other streets in Birmingham where piles and mountains of rubbish are just getting larger and larger, and the smell is just, I can't even explain how bad it is, but you can't escape it. Any street you go down, you're going to be smelling it. No house can kind of avoid it right now. You've got a missing cat. It's probably hiding in here somewhere. Who do you reckon's to blame right now for the amount of mess that's kind of accumulating here?
Well, I blame the bin people.
Because at the end of the day, right, the council is in trouble. Everybody knows that, right, because of the payout they had to do, right?
Yeah.
And they put a good deal to the bin people, right? They could come back and say, well, clear it up, and then still try to get what they're, you know, what they're arguing about.
Right.
But to leave it like this, it's a disgrace. I've never seen nothing like it for a long time.
Some people have also blamed the people that do live here. They've kind of added to the mess. But do you support that or not really?
No, because you're paying your council tax,
right?
And the council tax has gone up, the water's gone up, everything's gone up. The only thing that's coming down is rain. But what I'm saying, you can't blame the people because this is a public health issue, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And some places it's even worse than this. That's what I blame the bin man. I think they should have a heart because it's not like they're not paying nothing. They're getting good money. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind being a bin man myself for the money there.
Well, I think we're going to need some volunteers to clean up this mess.
Yeah. Well, I think that some people are doing it in some parts. I wouldn't mind volunteering myself, you know, because it's out of order. And as you said, the sun's going to come out soon and it's only going to get worse.
This is one of the worst areas in Birmingham. One of the worst areas.
Okay.
There was, but be careful. There was a shooting further up on this road.
Alright guys, this is probably the worst street I've seen in terms of every house having some mess on it. Got a bag here, piles, about 3-4 piles just in front of me. So in this street in particular, nothing is getting done. This must be at least a couple weeks worth of rubbish. Again, you've got people's wheelie bins here, but people decide to leave it on the street. I guess they're waiting for collection. They probably have no idea when it's gonna come, and they're just living in this kind of filth. I know the government have said it's like a major incident. Basically what that means is that Birmingham's turned into a shithole and it absolutely stinks. Let's see if we can try to chat to some of the locals that live around here.
You know what it is? It amazes me how come mattresses and sinks appear when it's only supposed to be household rubbish.
Yeah, I mean people...
Because you look like that.
Do you think people just use it as a supply tip, don't they?
We're in a third world area.
Yeah.
And I'll say as it is.
No, that's what everyone's been telling me.
We're in a third world area and they're taking the opportunity now to mattresses, cabinets, sinks, you name it. They just all take the mick.
But shouldn't they, like, on the
dumped it all in the park.
But the council are kind of making it worse by not coming in and collecting it as well, isn't it?
You know what gets me? The council's saying about the strike, I can't get the bin wagons out. Why is there 2 gates on that entrance? There's 2 entrances there. They can get the wagons out the other one if they want to.
But it seems like other places in the north of Birmingham, they're all right. Why is it these areas are so bad?
Because it's a third world area.
What, they just ignore it?
Green, Alum Rock, all these areas. Look at the people that live in them, they don't give a shit, they just throw it and leave it.
But do you think the council ignore those sort of people because of where they're from?
You go around the city centre, it's spotless.
Yeah.
It's just third world areas.
Yeah, it's a shame really, isn't it?
People that are living in there.
Deprived areas.
They're not deprived, it's people who have got more money than probably some of the areas, other areas, they're just dirty, and you can tell.
So yeah, as you can tell, this issue is quite polarising. Some people blame the people that are living on these streets, saying, you know, they're dirty, they're leaving their mess. But at the same time, you don't get this in other places. Is it because they're more funded, they actually do go and collect the rubbish? It is quite a tricky one. But if you live in these areas, surely there's got to be some sort of community, and the community comes together to actually help out and, I don't know, maybe take these bins to the tip. If you can't drive, help your neighbour. It's about people coming together in times like these. And like that man said, he thinks that Birmingham has turned into a third world country. Oh my goodness, they can't even get out their front door. Who's living there then? Probably some rats in here as well. Surely it's got to be unoccupied, that one. And just across the street, even more so. It's piling up. Bags have been opened again. I'm sure if you come here in the morning, this place is rife with rats and foxes. Hey mate, do you speak English? Huh? No, okay. You take this to the tip?
Yeah.
How far is the tip?
Yeah.
Where do you take this? To the tip? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the tip? Do you know?
In the park.
In the park, okay. So I've come to a local park and the absolute state of how bad this bin strike is. You've got people carrying their rubbish as if they're shopping bags to this kind of pickup collection for all the rubbish. I'm not too sure why these bin men aren't on strike, but there are quite a lot of them. I guess there's about 10, and people are picking up rubbish by the local swings. Absolutely beautiful.
Crazy, man. It's going to get worse, I think.
You think it's really? This is not the...
This is the start, but even if this gets better, there'll always be another thing.
Yeah, no. All right, mate. All right, take it easy. Yeah, no worries. Look at this. When you've had to choose a place to pick up rubbish, I don't think doing it at your local park is the place to go. I mean, there's kids on the swings here. Look at this. The smell, not even that near it, I can really smell it. What is this? Wow, bloody hell. So piles and piles of rubbish. We've got probably like a month's worth minimum just here. People just collecting their rubbish and dumping it in these vans. Look at this. These guys are not on strike, I don't know why, but look at that, guys. All the local residents are coming here, chucking the rubbish. Hey mate, how come you guys are not on strike then?
Because we're a different department.
Okay, street management. So are you not like the part of the union or something, whatever it was?
No.
Okay.
None of our crews.
So you guys are not affected?
No.
Okay, right. Sure. Oh my god, it's like absolute dumping ground. Turned Birmingham into a landfill site. Got kids on the swings here as well. Out of all the places. And look, every resident with their wheelie bin. Oh my god. The smell is absolutely horrendous at the minute. Don't know how these people do this job. I mean, look at that. If I stand next to it, it's at least 5 foot high minimum. Is this the worst area for all the rubbish, do you think?
Everywhere, mate.
Everywhere's like this?
In Birmingham.
I've never seen anything like this. It's like
Birmingham.
It's like a landfill site.
Even when there wasn't on strike, the rubbish was still like that.
Really?
You can't blame the strike.
So has everyone dumped this here today, or has this been like this for a while?
Came last night.
This all came here last night. Who brought it here?
Anyone that knew about we was coming here.
They just dump it here?
That's it, yeah.
So when are you going to when are you going to finish work? Until it's all gone, or have you got a deadline?
No, we're finishing that up. We're finishing that one.
One? So this is going to be left here for the whole...
No, there's
another crew coming out at 3.
Right, okay.
So they'll be working from 3 till 10.
Hey buddy, what are your thoughts on all the bins?
Mate, horrendous.
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
To be in the UK and living like this. We don't live like this in Pakistan.
Really? So you think this is worse than Pakistan, you think?
Mate, it's getting there. It's getting there.
So people kind of thought about that, not paying council tax, and what am I paying it for?
Yeah. There will be an uprising. It's coming very soon.
Yeah.
The people are sick of it. The amount of tax our community pays in Birmingham here, it's unbelievable.
Do you think some people have responsibility to like take their rubbish now to the tip because of the strike, or?
No, why should we? We're paying council tax. That's their job.
Yeah.
We pay for a service, but we're not receiving the service that we pay for.
Sure.
So it's a no-brainer. We should just stop paying because that's what they're doing. They're not giving us a service. We should just stop paying. Simple. Maybe that money, we can utilise that money that we pay for council tax and book a tip every month, which is a lot cheaper. I'd rather do that. For what they've done now, this whole strike, they should have just paid on what they wanted, because this has caused more damage, more problems. This is a plague, mate. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like we've gone back 100 years.
Yeah, definitely. I've never seen anything like this.
Never. And like I says, it's like we're turning into a third world country, mate. It's a joke. We've got a playground over there.
Why have they decided to pick it up here? Like,
right next to a playground.
The kids are probably going to end up in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate. So any of these kids end up in hospital, these guys are to blame. Record that. Bless you. Have a nice day.
You too, mate. Enjoy. Bloody hell, absolute landfill site here. I spoke to that man. He said it's not even like this in Pakistan. Let's just take a walk past what's happening here. This is just... So this apparently has all happened overnight. People heard that the bins were going to come here today. So last night, everyone said, hey, we're going to bring all our rubbish and let's dump it all on the side of the road. Loads and loads of bin bags. This lady's just adding to the pile. Yeah, dump your rubbish. Wait for it to be collected. I can't even see past it. Now this is definitely above like 6 foot. That's how bad it is. Absolutely unbelievable, stinking as hell. So you're quite lucky if you live on this street. I guess you can just, you know, bring your wheelie, bring your rubbish and put it all here. But for some people who've come across the park, this is absolutely terrible. The stench is crazy. Probably about 20 rats in here, wouldn't be surprised. Holes in bin bags, so I'm sure they've nibbled at it or something. Wow, guys, welcome to Birmingham. How many volunteers did you manage to get today?
I think we've had various volunteers everywhere. We've had a chap called Barber who's brought his volunteers. We've got about 10.
Yeah.
And then we've had local volunteers, just residents really.
Do you think it's quite disappointing it's come to this, so you've had to call out? Yeah.
It is quite disappointing. But the thing is, you can't. I think people believe that we're supporting the council. We're not supporting the council.
Well, something's got to be done. Yeah, you can't live like this. It's completely unhealthy.
Yeah, so it's a mixture of both.
Is there a feeling in the community that some people have let the area down in terms of leaving their rubbish wherever they can?
So we've had lots and lots of arguments this morning with residents who just dumped all their rubbish.
I mean, what is the point of that? That is just literally going to make their job even harder.
Yeah. So we've just cleared all this.
Yeah.
We've cleared all that.
What do you mean? It was here as well?
Whole mound here and a whole mound there.
That is disgusting. I mean, yeah.
Basically, there's either confusion between residents that they have to go straight to the truck. Some people they've never done this before.
Well, why can't they like bring their bin but make a line or something?
Yeah.
Why do they just dump it?
The second is they don't want to wait because they have other things to do.
Well, everyone has to wait, don't they? I mean.
So this morning's argument was all about stop dumping because technically that's fly tipping.
So as much as, you know, you put the blame on the bin men for not actually doing their job, obviously they are on strike, there's a responsibility for people to just be humane about the situation, at least make a line, like bring your bin to the truck and dump it there, don't just leave it. I mean, that is just a complete disrespect for the area. Anyone who's dumped it here, name and shame. That is, honestly, the smell is ridiculous. You've got kids playing in the park. Crazy, absolutely crazy.
He was one of our representatives, but obviously they never gave him the chance to stand, you know.
Oh, in the elections?
In the elections, yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about, was it Tahir Ali going to Pakistan instead of staying in Birmingham to help the people?
Ali,
the Labour MP. He went
Labour MP, he should be here. Look at the crisis, look at the problem.
He's gone to...
We're in the First World War.
Yeah.
First of all, but look at this, they everywhere, the rubbish, you know, everywhere they been, so you can't believe it.
You don't stand for our people. I know exactly who you're talking about. We're opposition to him, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not even a councillor or nothing,
No,
but
I'm not councillor now, but I just stood few times.
Yeah.
2012, I contested from Sparkbrook, from Conservative.
Right.
But I didn't go through because everybody thinks Labour is the
answer.
Yeah, answer, yeah. But what the Labour doing? They haven't done anything. The street, the road, everywhere is ridiculous. Can't believe it.
It's a joke. Like I says, mate, our parents fought for this country. Yeah. Without our help, they wouldn't have been called, mate. That's as frank as I'm gonna get. Yeah, and it's our communities that are getting hit the hardest.
Why is that though?
Cleansing is the biggest problem, you know. They should done it properly, and there should be regular basis. I should mention that Birmingham should be cleaner, safer,
greener. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cleaner and safer Birmingham. So this is what happened. Yeah, look at this.
It's a joke, isn't it?
It's a joke, isn't it?
There's a school just here. We've got a park here. Yeah. It's health and safety, surely.
Yeah, definitely health and safety. Yeah, issue. Yeah, there'll be rats and mice everywhere.
All right, guys. So the bin men have left. I think more are meant to be coming soon, but. Absolute landfill site, something you might see in India or like somewhere in Asia. Just look at it, about 7 foot high worth of rubbish. Nothing is actually properly closed in bin bags. Some have been ripped open. So tonight it's gonna be an absolute feast for the rats and mice. Okay, so that lady's saying there, stop dumping stuff. So basically there was a message that got put out today there was a collection here, but they didn't know when the deadline was. So now people still assume that the bin man are gonna come, but they've already been. And this is going to keep piling up. So communication error, it's just get worse and worse. Look at these people, they're coming to dump their rubbish. Ah, it's terrible. You might need...
Communication error.
No, you don't think so?
No.
No?
People are clearly told, wait till the trucks get here, put your rubbish in the trucks.
Okay. Maybe need to...
clearly chosen to dump.
Right. You think maybe need a sign or something? I don't know.
The trucks are coming later tonight. I'm just not telling people because they'll just carry on dumping.
Yeah.
The trucks have gone. Please take your rubbish away.
Ah.
No. Take it away.
No. You know, she said that she's bringing from, these young people from all the way because the truck was here.
The truck's gone. Yeah.
The truck's gone though.
No, she doesn't, but the truck was here.
The truck's gone. I'm sorry, no rubbish.
Shall I tell everyone? If I find on the way.
The trucks have gone already. So unless you're going to come back to help clean all this up, please don't dump.
Okay. When they come next time?
They're not. Not after this. Why would you?
Oh, really sad, man. Just people just kind of make it bigger and bigger. Obviously got this lady here trying to actually help out. Probably the only few people I've seen. I got here a bit late, but only a few people I've actually seen from the area come and help out.
No!
Excuse me! Stop leaving your rubbish! The trucks have already gone! Excuse me. No. The van's already gone.
They're coming back on that?
No.
Just there.
Just one bag here. If everyone says just one bag, how much is going to be there? Tell me.
I know, but they're coming back. I informed you before.
Oh, come on, mate.
Excuse me.
Well, this lady, I'm not sure what she does in the community, but she's the only one who's actually like trying to control it. It's a shame that it's only come down to like a couple people trying to actually solve this, and people are just using it as an opportunity to dump their stuff. Yeah, real shame. And people even walked like a kilometre with their wheelie bin just to come here. That's how overwhelmed the council is and these bin men are, that there's just no services for the local people here. Look here, just by the side of the road again, people just dump it by the tree. I don't know why they can't leave it by their houses. Just like complete disregard for the area. I think it's got to the point where people need to start knocking on doors and saying that we need to like volunteer to take stuff to the tip, because it's just getting out of control right now. So on this street in Alum Rock, you got your typical chicken shops and barbers, typical meat shops as well. But just here you can see how bad the bin strike is getting. Everybody, what do you think of all the bins in Birmingham?
Oh, I think it's horrible. The horrible city in Birmingham is here in Alum Rock.
Why is it so bad? I mean, why aren't other areas getting their bins collected?
The rats is everywhere.
Yeah.
So we go young kids, and the kids is no safety for them. Too much disease.
Really?
The rats are everywhere. So we're thinking we're gonna be very, very sad.
Yeah, but why do you think this area is very bad, but other areas aren't as bad? Why specifically this area?
Because, like you see, it's too many Asian people.
Yeah.
Too much Asian people, and he doesn't care about us.
You think people are just chucking things on the floor?
Yeah, chatting in the floor. Also, he do strikes for the bins.
Yeah.
All the stuff. I don't know what is going on, but it's very, very. If you walk all the area, you're gonna see more messy, more.
Really? Wow.
It's not good safety for the kids.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Cheers, mate. So as you heard from that man there, he's saying there's too many Asian people living here. Basically, I think what he meant, just too many people aren't respecting the area. And as you can see here, who wants to eat at Roti and Curry Bazaar? I mean, wow. I mean, I guess their ratings must have gone down after this absolute mountain tip outside of their shop. I mean, let's have a look here. I mean, they've got a 5-star rating, it seems, but outside is absolute mess.
You know, our local MP for is Majid Mahmood for environmental health. This is a hazardous young kids and that.
Yeah.
We're in a most blessed month of the year. Disgusting, man.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it is the way it is. But we can't. They want us to take rubbish to tip. It's not our job to take rubbish to tip.
Just gone down a side street down Alum Rock Road, and again we're seeing more and more of these bin mountains. Seems like we've got a tyre company here, but again stinking up the whole place. You've got flies everywhere, so this has definitely been there for quite some time. Fly tipping again. You've got a mattress. Awful, terrible, isn't it? Wow.
I just came just now.
Yeah.
I've seen people from this road bringing them, putting everything up here. I don't know why they're doing that, because it's the council's fault. The council's told them, you know, they do like a left, you know, like your household rubbish. They told them to put them up here. Why have they told them to put them out here when the council should tell them to leave them outside your door?
Definitely, but what's the deal with the mattresses? I think people are using this as a...
Yeah, I know.
Used for anything and everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a disgrace.
Are you from the council or something?
No, I'm just making a video on Birmingham. What's
That's
happening?
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just...
This is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, see what's got to be done, isn't
If
it?
you can do that for us, put it on the... see, people will... but it's the community's fault as well, I would say.
Bit of both.
Why they're
Yeah.
leaving it there, or I mean, like myself, I've taken my rubbish to the
tip, right?
To the tip.
Yeah, why don't people? Yeah, I don't know why people can't
I mean,
do
put
that.
5 bags, 4 bags in a car, take it and book it. Obviously, you have to book it.
Yeah.
But take it. But instead of bringing it in the car in from these houses and then dumping in somebody else's doorstep, which is bad. I've got to work here. I've got rats are going to come in here.
Have you seen any rats? I've heard about them.
Definitely.
Disgusting, yeah.
And the problem now is going to be that I'm going to get rats going into my cars that are coming in. They could chew the wires up or something and
blow the whole place up, isn't it? Yeah. No. So, no worries. So people are using this like they should keep it outside their own house, but they've just wanted just to dump it here.
Instead, they're bringing it here.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
All right, well, if you want to get your tyres in Alum Rock, say tyres, there we go. Help this man out. His business is dying at the minute.
Inshallah.
There's a part to play for everyone in this. There's a council who obviously aren't doing enough, clearly, but then you just get people who just do stuff like this and they're going to litter and it doesn't help anyone. You're not really helping the cause, you're just making it worse. Look at the state of these. Really bad. So literally every shop you're going to find on this street is basically a sari shop. I don't know if Asian people have that many weddings or it's that time of the year, but literally every shop there is. I don't know if it's like a front or something for like money laundering, but it is just like filled with it in this particular street. Hello.
Stop making videos, man.
Oh, why? I'm just covering the bins in the area.
Be careful because there's some lunatics that probably take your, you know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Try not to make it in front.
Sure. Right. Okay. That man said there's some lunatics in the area. I don't know what his problem is. Anyway, let's keep going.
My brother.
Hello.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, what's up?
Why are you recording?
I'm making a video about the bins in Birmingham at the minute. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I feel like, brother, you shouldn't do this around here, you know.
Why is that?
Because look, you just put me on camera.
Okay, if you want to be on camera, put it.
Put me on camera, brother.
In the Quran, basically, Prophet Muhammad, he predicted a lot of things.
It's that guy who was just trying to chat to me earlier. He literally stalked me all the way down this road, which is a bit weird. So getting all sorts of looks from random passers-by. I don't know what their problem was.
You see that recycle bin there? That's been full for about a month.
About a month, and
And if you look at these bins, what we have here, I'm going to show you the bins what we have to have. It's this one here.
I'm starting to smell.
I mean, the guy there who lives there, he has to empty the bins. Look at this. Look at this. This hasn't been emptied. This one here. That's the recycle bin. That's that one there. That hasn't been emptied.
Yeah, the smell is ridiculous as well, isn't it?
You went down there this morning, were you?
Look at that.
Yeah.
You went out in there.
Disgusting.
We got any rats and stuff near the house? Yeah.
Coming. You've seen about 6 or 7 rats come from that back garden and climb on top of these bins.
No way.
And they try and get to these bins. But that's why we have to put an ice brick on these ones. Because they're very clever. They can lift up these bins and get in and start ripping the bag open.
After hearing from locals about the growing rat problem, I met up with pest controller Joel later that evening to find out how big these rats really are. So you're looking for more like food that's around, or can they be anywhere?
Yeah, potential food, even just rubble like this built up, bin bags, again, potential harbourage that they burrow into. You know, looking for kind of prints, droppings, gnaw into the baggage, which you can see in some areas. There's rat droppings there.
Where's that?
You see those there?
Oh, okay.
Droppings, yeah, they're like juvenile rat droppings. So yeah, you've got rats
So
amongst the waste in
so
there.
if you see any of those in your house, you've got a rat
you
in
know
your
you've
house.
got a problem, yeah. Call Vergo.
Joel's your man.
Joel's your man. We've seen about a 60% increase in call-outs.
Really? Just what, this month, or would you say like
No, for the last couple of months now we've seen.
Last couple of months, wow.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of an upward trend in call-outs, generally just due to the bins at the moment and not being collected, creates a food source.
Yeah.
And then obviously encourages wildlife into the area as well.
So somewhere like this is prime
Yeah,
spot.
this is a prime sort of spot. You know, you've got a bit of a void area between a fence and a building, massive build-up of rubbish all the way down there. Lovely sort of harbourage area for rodents. And then things like this as well.
Imagine if they all just came out. That would be crazy.
Would you jump?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, you know, a cable going into the ground that could feed inside the building. So again, it leads to internal ingress quite quickly.
Okay.
And that's how you get an internal problem. Looks like there's a bit of a burrow into that cardboard there as well. So
when rats have these families, how many rats are we talking?
So they say there's around 60 million rats in the UK.
60 million?
Yeah.
Bloody
so
hell,
a lot
about half of them
live
are in Birmingham now.
Yeah, exactly that. So they predominantly live underground in the sewers.
Yeah.
But obviously the build-up of waste is drawing them up onto the surface level. Do you know how quickly rats can breed?
No, how is it?
So a single pair of rats in a year can typically mate and create 200 additional rats.
Really?
And then their offspring again
in
within
a year?
12 months within a year.
Wow.
And then each one of their offspring, you know, a pair will each mate and potentially produce another 200. So within the space of a year, one pair of rats could potentially make 2,000 rats in a year.
Wow. So in this time, I guess, let's say 3 months, how many rats do you think have been produced in this time span in Birmingham?
Wow, I wouldn't want to take a guess, to be completely honest with you.
Be quite high,
a lot is what I would say.
Yeah. So it's about cutting out the source, I guess. Is there a way to do that though?
It's incredibly difficult at the moment with the bin waste. It doesn't make things easier for us. There's a lot of alternative food sources, so if we do get a problem and we're brought in to control it until we've kind of removed the food sources and harbourage areas, we may have some prolonged activity.
Alright guys, so on the street we're at earlier on today, now we're going to see how it looks at night of all the rubbish and rats roaming around. Any signs of these bins?
Yeah, definitely feeding from the bins. Like it's near enough every pocket of waste you come across.
So you can tell if it's like an actual rip or a rip from a rat?
Yeah, you can see here like there's something's been dragging at the material there, gnawing into it to get inside. So yeah, so that's, and you can see like all the baggage has been pulled out again. It's been dragged out the bags. So things are clearly feeding from the waste, and that's literally nearly every bag as well has
Okay,
signs.
so this is like an absolute
it's like a feeding hotspot,
Yeah,
you
hotspot
know.
for it.
And again, you're so close to people's properties. Rats and mice will utilise, you know, air bricks and stuff like that. They'll chew into that and get inside the cavity.
But they go for the letterbox?
That low, if the letterbox is missing, then yeah, they could
Really?
potentially again
That's
enter a home
scary.
for a damaged
a rat on your
letterbox.
head. Yeah. Surely there's got to be one living in here. This is
Yeah, well, you're so close to a drain here as well, and you can see where it's quite clean in areas. So,
What, you think they like poked through the clean bits?
Could be. Yeah, I mean,
No way.
you know, you do get rats migrate from the sewers.
I guess that's where they must come from.
Yeah,
though.
and you're so close to, you know, you're coming straight out the sewer and here's dinner.
Alright guys, so at the house that we're at earlier on today where it's completely blocked off, as you can see here.
Can you see there's smearing on that brickwork there?
What's that?
Smearing on that brickwork there. You see the brick?
Yeah.
See the black smear across the edge of it there, and then the rat dropping right behind it?
Yeah.
So you've got rats pretty much living amongst this by the looks of things. Gnaw into the bins as well, to the top of the bins and the bottom there.
No way. They can eat through the plastic?
Yeah, they'll chew through the plastic.
That's crazy.
Yeah, their rats need to continuously gnaw at something to file their teeth down.
So you're not allowed to lay out like traps on the streets?
No, definitely not. You know, if you're going to do any type of control, it would need to be, you know, traps would need to be in a tamper-resistant box, secured into locations.
Right. So the council won't ask you to ever do this, or like local council pest control teams?
The best thing for this is waste removal. That would solve the issue, to be honest. Remove the food source, remove the harbourage. You could lay boxes out, but you know, rats are generally neophobic as well. So when you put new things into their environment, it could take a couple of weeks for them to enter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's harder when it's like piles like this?
Yeah, a little bit. It's harder because they can get right inside and deep down. It's hard to see if there's anything in there or not, and you don't want to be rummaging around too much in it.
can dive in. We're gonna climb in or something.
I was thinking about it. You know, when you want to see them, you want to see something, but you can't even hear them rustling around.
Yeah,
or
they're
anything.
definitely like at the bottom of this, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you have to like lift
If
up.
they are in here, they're right down into amongst it.
All right, so we've come to another location. Haven't had any luck yet. Been to a couple of spots, but hopefully this one has some. Yeah, this is like a typical kind of place, isn't it? Behind a few garages.
Industrial estates tend to get a bit of rat activity. Wow. Now there's a friend for you.
Oh bloody hell! Got a dead one under there.
You see him?
Jesus.
There's a good size as well. That is a good full-blown adult. That is. Yeah, it's missing a bung, so again it could go up, but nothing's come out.
Well, you got some evidence here.
Yeah, you can see all the burrowing.
Wow.
See that big burrow there?
Yeah, yeah. So living in this bit here.
Yeah. You see all the rat droppings on top of that and
Oh, yeah.
smearing? And then you got another burrow there, burrow there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we could be onto something here. Could potentially find a rat.
See that rat? Big rat down there? See two of them? Three rats and the cat. The cat's waiting for his meal.
Oh yeah.
See him?
Well, the rat's on the way.
See him there? He's going to go into the fence, into the neighbouring property.
Oh yeah.
See that?
Can we get closer?
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads.
Is there loads there? Can you see them?
I've seen two. Oh, there's one here. There's one here. Like on the right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah. He's a juvenile by the looks of it. Oh no, there's a big adult coming in out the fence again. See him there?
What towards that?
Yeah, see that one there?
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's bloody massive.
Yeah, he's well fed.
Look at the tail. Will they come towards us?
Hopefully not.
What, they actually would chase us?
No, it looks like they've got the food. They're look at
Oh,
it.
that is massive.
That was massive. He was, yeah. Birmingham rats are on steroids. Literally.
So the first sight of rats
See that
we
big
saw.
hole there as well in the concrete.
Oh yeah. So they come through there.
Yeah, something would be going in and out of that by the looks of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Smearing on the edge. All of that would be used as well. This is absolutely humping down here by the looks of it.
See what the cat was just having like a standoff with it.
The cat was sitting there waiting, so he's watching the rats. He's looking for his opportunity to try and pick one off, probably.
Oh, there. Oh, mate. Oh, it's climbing up. It climbed up the roof.
He climbed onto the roof?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's gone up.
Onto here?
Yeah, it was up on here.
Onto this one?
Yeah.
It is a low roof, isn't it? You've got the trees overhanging.
Will he jump on top of us?
It could be coming for an attack.
No way. It went like up in there. It was
super rats.
No way it will jump on us with it.
I hope not.
Surely not.
There we go. There he is again. Oh, he was just making an appearance because it's probably gone quiet. That's why. He's come back out again.
Oh, yeah. That's massive. Look at that. It's huge. Oh my god, these guys are.
With the evidence that I'm looking around here as well, they will come out of literally everywhere. They're going into all of these gardens. Yeah, all the droppings in there, all the gaps in the fence line, all over the place. They're going into the roof line here.
So are those the kind of sizes you're dealing with at the minute?
Yeah, they're good size adults. That's what we normally come across.
So if you left a couple traps here, they'll be dead in the morning, you reckon? If you
in this environment, probably, yeah. If we was to put some tamper-resistant boxes in place, some traps, I think we'd get some good success.
Yeah, it's bigger than like a guinea pig, wasn't it?
He was a big boy. He really was. Yeah. If uncontrolled, populations only grow, so it's best, if you get into external sightings like this, it's best to report it quickly, get on top of it before it escalates and gets out of control.
Yeah, I mean, if you're there for a year, you said, what, 200 more are going to be there?
Yeah, exactly that.
That's scary, isn't it?
How many rats have we seen down there? And we spoke about earlier, a pair within a year can breed up to 200 rats, and their offspring, 200 rats, 200 rats. So yeah.
So the council have got to do something about this mess, because we're going to be probably the highest population of rats in the whole country by the end of the year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's where Vergo comes in, and we're here if you need anything.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys are definitely like the unsung heroes in all this kind of chaos that's happening. Obviously, you got bin men and people in the community who help, but you guys who are out there and catching rats are just as important.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's definitely helping local communities, domestic properties, commercial businesses. Keeping everything safe and clean and hygienic. At the end of the day, we do, like I said, with the 4th emergency service, unsung heroes, and pest control, something that rarely gets praised really, but it's a fundamental service.
Definitely. All right, guys, so thanks to Joel for showing me around. Took a deep dive into Birmingham's bin crisis, and we saw how the residents feel and also what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, thanks for taking your time out of hours. Awesome.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Awesome, guys. All right, guys, we'll see you for the next one. Peace. Again, you can see loads of rubbish piled on the floor. Who's that?
Oh, what are you doing here, Wesley?
Is that Wendall?
What are you doing down the Soho Road, mate?
Well, I heard it's the most dangerous place and I've come to check it out.
Oh, I don't normally hang around down here, but times are hard. I was just having to sleep behind all these bins. Obviously, everybody wants more money all the time because the country's getting more expensive to live in all the time. But something's broken in it, you know what I mean? I sympathise with the workers, they're probably not earning enough money, it's a dirty job, it's a hard job, I'm sure it is. But it all comes, like, the problems, you always have to look right to the top.
Yeah.
And it's the council, isn't it? I guess. I don't live around here. But, they should have seen this strike coming and, they should be able to stagger it so that the vital services, which clearly these are. Look at the state of it.
Probably the worst road I've seen. Got kids playing down here.
Yeah, if ever there's like a symbol of how this is a failed society, yeah? You got kids playing football. I'm sure there's rats in here. If I kick it. All right, Roland's not out yet.
They'll be out in it.
Video, my friend, yeah. Too much, yeah. You live right here?
Yeah, I live here.
Must stinky.
You pay your council tax?
Yeah, every month.
And you're not getting the service?
Last year 185. This year
185?
199.
Gone up. Yeah, because it's a new tax year. Yeah. And you have to, I can't believe it, mate.
Yeah.
We were, you live right here, this man?
Everybody put here, I don't know.
What else do you do?
Yeah. I cannot fight anybody.
Of course, you can't fight everyone. How long has it been like this now?
1 month, more than 1 month.
You're joking, mate. And the smell. Yeah.
It's up there. It's probably got to be in the top 5 today.
The shocking thing is, his house is right there.
Yeah.
It's right opposite.
And he said it wasn't even his rubbish.
I mean, I'm sure it isn't. But, everyone's going to say that. It's normally like this round here.
Yeah. A couple.
That's nothing to do with the bin strike. Gents, when am I going to take the bins? When am I going to take them? The strike?
Yes, no money.
Yeah?
It's on the grave.
Okay.
Too much blah, blah, blah.
I need more money, but you can't live like this.
Everything
big problem. Well, I was interested. I didn't believe that it was as bad as like the media makes out.
Yeah.
And it is. If anything, it's worse. Yeah.
I heard online as well, like England's turned into a third world country, Birmingham's turned into a third world country, and seeing it firsthand is another thing.
That's a phrase that gets bandied around quite readily, isn't it? It's quite an easy thing to say. Like, I've travelled quite a lot, and this is not one of the greatest parts of Birmingham.
Yeah.
There are some good people everywhere, You get some good food down here. And I'm sure there are great people in the community, but
you feel like the government's kind of letting these places down, just making the reputation a bit worse?
Something's gone fucking wrong, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is this isn't an example of what Birmingham's all like. I think it's quite... I'm not a Brummie, so I've got no natural reason to stick up for Birmingham.
Right.
But I know the city. And Birmingham's, true Brummies are great people. They've got a great sense of humour, great sense of identity. And the whole city's not, in such a bad way as Soho Road. And, I guess the council needs to take a look in the mirror and figure out, 1, the problem with the bins, but 2, some of the other problems that exist down here on the Soho Road anyway. I'm no expert on it, but